Yeah.
It shouldn't take much longer.
Yeah, we'll try to speed this up.
Well, I just didn't want anything to like, they're telling me, like, where am I? My collector's supposed to be at my house, so I was like, oh, I won't be down there long, so I didn't know.
Yeah, it shouldn't take very long.
Yeah, it won't take too long. So, the night before, how did that go? Were you with Taylor?
I saw her at Twin Peaks.
Okay. And how did that go?
Fine. I mean, it was pretty uneventful. I just met him up there. I didn't eat. Taylor ate. Cass didn't eat.
And so did you go home after that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what time did you leave your house again? On I guess it would be the 8th. Is that right?
The 7th would have been the day before.
Yeah, so the 8th would have been the day.
Probably not till
That Saturday, right? One Saturday day.
days run together for me.
Yeah, which, and like I said, we went over this.
Sorry, that's a Friday.
Friday. So that was a Friday. And we're just trying to get everyone kind of went through this with Cassandra, everything that she did, where she went. And Jeff, we're going to end up doing this with him as well. Was he in town? Was he not in town? But, so you woke up on the 8th about what time on Friday?
Probably wasn't very early.
Did y'all have like preset plans to go meet Taylor and pick her up that day?
Yeah, she and I were going to spend the day together, so, but she called me, I don't know, maybe, probably 9 or 9:30, I would imagine. So we didn't probably been earlier than that.
And is that when y'all made the plans to be together all day, or was that pre-planned?
We planned to do that the day before, I think.
Okay.
Because I was off and didn't have a whole lot, to do that day or whatever.
Sure. So, on the 8th, that's something I forgot to ask you before. So, I know you told me before that you went over and picked up Taylor.
Right.
How did your morning go before that?
I have no idea.
When did you wake up and go straight over there, or did you have other activities going on that morning?
I think I just woke up and left the house and went over there. I'm not really a morning person, so.
Let me ask you, roughly what time did you go to bed the night before, do you recall? Was it like shortly after leaving Twin Peaks?
Oh, no. I'm not a late night person.
Okay.
I wasn't on until probably 2 or 3 or.
Do you recall what you did that night?
I probably went to Dick's and maybe Dave's nursing home.
Sure.
Friends.
What's Dick's?
It's one of my locations.
For
my
my
business. Mm-hmm.
You have machines there, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you went to Six, and then.
Most likely.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Is there any particular people you hang out with there?
I'm friends with the owner, and there's several people that are there,
Who's the owner?
Brandon Beatty.
Brandon Beatty. Who would you have gone to Babes with?
Probably him and, anybody that was at the bar, that was there later, they all go,
Did Brandon ever meet Taylor?
no.
Never? Okay. Is he not a fan of you going out places, or he just...
No, he's okay. Like, something I've got is an open relationship.
And he's cool with that? Like, that's his want, or that's just how you're like, look, I'm making all the money, and that's how it should be?
He doesn't really care. He is just, I mean, Zach does what Zach wants to do too, so, you know.
Have Zach and Taylor been together?
No. That really wasn't, like, we didn't have any kind of relationship like that with Taylor.
Do you think before, or is it possible that before you had met Taylor that Zach and Taylor were like that, or do you think you would have told me that?
He probably would have told me. I mean, because he's, like, you know, pretty open about it. I mean, I don't think so. He kind of always, I mean, he thinks she kind of looks manly, so she's not really, like, his type.
Sure. How does he feel about you and Brandon being friends?
Sometimes he's better about it than others. It just depends.
Sure. No, I'm tracking. And look, we're all adults here, right?
Nothing you can say is going to catch us off guard.
No, we're cool with it, and I'm not here to judge anyone's lifestyle. I got no problem with it. So that night, y'all, or you, Zach, didn't go. You went to Sticks, maybe to Babes, or
Maybe.
what did you do? Do you recall what you did after that?
I would have gone home.
Okay. Is there anyone that you may have hung out with that night who you're more involved with than just friends?
What do you mean?
Like, you say that you and Zach are in an open relationship.
Yeah, but like that, I had nobody more than that.
Okay. No more than just friends, or than just strictly open relationship?
No, like Brandon is the only person that I ever really see.
Okay.
How
So,
about his wife? Is he married? I'm assuming he's married. She doesn't know?
She does.
Oh, she's cool with it too? Holy crap.
so he does his own thing. Hey, look,
Science does exist.
So he does his own thing, she does her own thing.
Right.
You do yours, and Zach does his. Are there any other folks involved? So when you say open, it's y'all are kind of open, but you have one particular kind of person that you...
I do, because I just don't choose to. Like, I'm actually a very kind of shy person.
Sure.
But Zach not so much.
They just...
What's that there?
And you're cool with that? You don't have a problem with him doing his thing like that? Okay. So, after Babes, you go home. Then what? Sure, and then you wake up.
Do you and Brandon hook up that night?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know, you know, I just, some days we do, some days we don't. Some days, I mean, it just, you know, we're just hanging out with friends or whoever, or, you know.
I'm trying to think is Brandon the one that, there was the day that Jeff and I met you at your house, and we were trying to get the phone working. Was Jeff the one that brought you over there that day? Or, I'm sorry, Brandon the one that brought you there? It was a kind of a white guy in a white car.
No, that is one of my cousins that's in town.
Okay. And who's that? Just
Kyle Britt.
okay. Where does he stay?
He is from Gainesville, and he's just moved back here, so he is an interesting character.
Is it? Is he at school, or does he work with you in the business?
No, he's at UWF. He just happened to be helping me that day with some of, like, moving stuff, just as, like, extra hands on deck, but,
Where does he stay on campus out there?
he is staying with a friend right now. I don't know where they're staying.
Oh. And did he ever meet Taylor?
No.
Or see her? Okay. So you go to sleep, wake up the next day. Do you recall if you had any activities that morning when you woke up, or how did that morning go?
I would have just gotten up and, I mean, I'm not a morning person, so I probably would have just slept in until I went to get Taylor.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, most likely I didn't go anywhere until I left the house that morning.
And then, so, can you just go through your day again for me?
Well, I went to Taylor's, and she was moving stuff there, our house, so we were there for a little bit. And then we went to my office, and then we went to paint, because I'd make it perfect.
You know, I think that would have been...
Circle Drive.
Is this all Wells Fargo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As some folks got more banks. So.
And then we came back to my house, I think. And then we went back to, I think we came back to my house. And then we went back to her house. And then she got some other stuff. And then we drove by her place in Liddell, Liddell Road.
You said, is that the place that you said she was working the case on?
Right.
Do you recall at all exactly where that place was, or?
I wish someone told me. I mean, I just wasn't really paying attention to what it was. I know it's somewhere between, like, 9 Mile and Mobile Highway.
Which is that's a pretty short stretch, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's not that long.
On Beulah Road, though?
Mm-hmm.
It was on Beulah Road, sir?
I mean, that's what, she was looking for a car or whatever, but it was on that road. We didn't, go
So
on.
I'm going north of, this would be 9 miles to go to this house, where we all went?
No, we went south of there, from between Mobile Highway and Beulah Road, because we stopped at that gas station to get a drink.
What were y'all driving that day?
Zach's F-250.
Okay. Does he know y'all were driving it?
Yes, and he was furious. You put that bitch in my truck.
Good Lord, you've got some pictures for her, doesn't he?
Yeah. I can't believe you put her in my truck. Well, but my car, or, no, my collector had my car, and he had Jeep maybe for something. I don't know. Anyway, I got stuck with it. So.
You said your collector had your car?
Mm-hmm.
What's a collector?
Yeah.
Oh, the lady that goes around and collects the money on the machines for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nice. So you don't have to go do that.
I typically go with her. That way I can talk to the customers and stuff like that. But she, does it on a daily basis.
Really? She got to run collect every day?
A lot of hope it's a lot.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, how, if you don't mind, how much money does that bring in? Like pool tables and...
Some of our, pool tables will have $300 or $400 a week a piece in them. And the jukeboxes, $600 or $700 a piece.
A week?
Mm-hmm.
Good God. Awesome.
I'm sure you have a bunch of them, though, to make it
Oh, we have a ton.
profitable, right?
Yeah, but my dad's been in this business for 45 years, so we have a bunch of locations and a bunch of equipment, so.
So when you got in the game, it was kind of already a little bit, primed for you
Already established, huh?
Didn't have
Oh, yeah.
so much overhead. You had to go buy tons of machines or anything like that.
No, but it's actually not as good a business as it used to be, only because a long time ago we used to have like a bunch of recreation, you probably don't know about that, recreation centers and like arcades and things, and now it's not really like that because they're like since Xbox and stuff like that came out, it's kind of
I remember
changed.
the arcades.
People use phones as jukeboxes now.
Yeah.
Right. In fact, we have those kind of jukeboxes.
Really?
Yeah, where you can do the digital bar link or whatever.
I do remember the arcades kind of dying out when I was younger. I do remember them though. But I agree, there was more. Every mall you went to, there was a pretty big arcade. Yeah, I mean, you go into any movie theaters that I recall, there was like pretty big arcades.
Right.
Now I think there's like some sole like standalone arcade places.
Right.
But I don't think it's like you said. I don't think it's as.
Well, we used to have one at the beach on the boardwalk.
Really?
Yeah,
Where?
where Count Funds is
Yeah,
now.
they used to be an arcade?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah, it was Clearwater Beach Arcade, and it was right there.
You owned the whole arcade or just rented the machines?
The whole thing. That one we leased the spot and did ourselves, but most of them we just put the equipment in there. We put it in and it's, 50-50 or 60-40, depending on whatever the split is. And, we have like we have resorts and things like that over in Alabama and stuff like that, where we put games for their game rooms. They still have game rooms and stuff for things like that.
Wow, interesting. Sorry, I kind of got off track.
Yeah, I think it's happening. Sorry, so you were at you said you went to the store, grabbed a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall which store that was?
The Tom Thumb at, Beulah and Alma.
So you stop in there, you get a drink, and then where?
And then I think that's when we went to go check their scenic highway spot.
Who's there? Is there?
Their scenic, Taylor scenic highway spot, like their,
Okay, whoever she was working the case on over there. Do you recall how long you were out there at the store in Beulah?
Not really. We weren't there a whole long time.
Are we talking, just so we can kind of keep up with this time, are we talking like 5-10 minutes?
Probably so. Maybe 10.
Okay.
I think it was pretty busy because I think we actually had to move spots.
Okay. So y'all go from there to scenic. How did that go?
Mm-hmm. And then,
Let me ask you, sorry, how'd you get there? Do you recall which way you took?
I think we just went down the line to the interstate. And then back up
To the interstate right there in Beulah? Or by Navy Fed and all?
Right.
Okay. So you get on there, you go to...
I'm going to go to scenic. And then go up on scenic.
Did y'all ever stop at a place or pull down like a little side road, or was it just straight?
Not that I know of, but
Yeah, I know.
paying attention to what, you know what I mean? It's hard because that day didn't mean anything to me at that point, It was just another day.
And then what did y'all go do after that?
At that time, I went to the farm in Wilson, and then we came back home.
Okay. Let me make sure I got the right number for you too before I forget. What all numbers do you have? Or what all numbers can I reach you at?
71222.
Okay. Do you still have, I know you were borrowing your friend's phone.
Yeah.
Is that still?
That's the lady that works for me. She knows Lester.
Okay. So you still borrowing her phone, or she's got her phone back?
She has her phone.
Okay. Is there any other phones that you have or would have had the day that we could reach you on now? Remember? Okay. So y'all went to Milton Farm. When was the decision made, do you recall, to go out there?
I don't know. We were just talking, and she just wanted to ride around.
What was her attitude like?
She just bored and, she was just kind of, she'd talk about, the court case and stuff and joke a little bit, and like I said, she was drinking beer since 9, and so that morning whenever I went and got her, and she wasn't like depressed or angry or anything like that. She was, irritated when she would talk about that, but not like just crabby and, And that's why when she tells me, that she wants to get a beer, that I didn't really think much of it at all.
Sure, nice as an adult. So y'all went up to the Milton Farm. Do you recall how you got out there, or which?
This was the interstate, to 87.
And how does that, now that's your family's farm, or is Zach's family?
Mine.
How does that work? Do y'all just kind of go freely when you want, or do you have to tell someone you're coming?
No, I can just go out there.
Does anyone live out there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how long were y'all out there roughly?
I don't know. 30 minutes maybe.
And this is, you said, off of Highway 87, and shows on 90. That stretches all the way out through Milton.
Right.
Okay. And I'm stick around here for the most part.
I guess if you don't know where Target is, I'll move.
Yeah. Yeah, I stick pretty much where I'm needed, and that's just kind of locally right around here. So y'all went out there 87 to 90 and hit the farm. I was there for a couple hours. Do you recall anything, her attitude or what it was like out there?
She was just the same. She wasn't in a bad mood. She wasn't the happiest I've ever seen her, but she wasn't crabby or, out of sorts or sad or, just kind of.
Was there any other family out at the farm when y'all went out there? Okay. What did y'all do?
We just walked around and looked at the animals, and she hopped on one of the horses bareback for a minute and
Go around. That's it?
pedaled around. Well, she was telling me about her, I guess Nancy in Tallahassee has the animals, and they just had been there not much long before that.
Okay. So she seemed relatively normal outside of being a little frustrated over the whole thing. Was she highly intoxicated at any point?
Oh no, she probably only had 2 beers throughout the whole time I was with her, but I just thought it was odd that she was drinking them. That's not what I started my day with,
Sure, well, teach their own. So y'all left the farm in Milton and went where?
Back to my house.
Okay, and can you kind of walk me through that drive? Anything that stood out to you that you can remember?
Not really.
Do you recall, I know it's been a month, but do you recall, which roads you may have taken back?
Maybe Davis Highway or Fairfield, or how I would usually go to the interstate to Fairfield, or...
Okay. Can you go back? Go ahead, you're fine.
No, go ahead.
So you get back to the house, then what?
Then I went inside, and then that's when she left.
Okay. I think you mentioned something about another phone that she may have had. Is that
right?
What's going on with that?
I don't know. I've never seen her with it before that day.
Okay. Anything that stands out about it? Her ever mentioned any cellular provider she had?
No, the only thing I ever thought that was odd is because her number was the South Florida number. So, I don't think any of her phones were in her name.
Right before y'all parted ways, what was her attitude like?
I didn't get the impression that she was overly stressed or anxious, or I just didn't think anything of it when she said, I think I'm gonna have to be here. So okay, it just didn't.
When she spoke about Drake, or when you saw her around Drake, what was that like? Did she seem, as a mother yourself, how did she seem?
I didn't even know she had a son until this summer. She never really talked about him that much.
Did she ever talk about calling him or anything like that?
No, like I said, I didn't know that she had him until, she just never ever mentioned it. But, then in the course of the summer, he came down some, and she, that's where I met him and whatever, but I had to watch him those 2 days.
How was he?
He's a great kid. Smart, full of energy, well-spoken. He's a good kid.
As a mother yourself, what kind of person do you think it takes to just leave a child like that?
I wouldn't leave mine.
Do you think that Taylor had that personality, or was that kind of person that she could do that?
Well, I would say no, but I also know that she did tell me that she never wanted children.
And this is her biological child. This wasn't like Jeff's kid.
No,
that she came in the picture.
Child.
Okay.
And I think she had that discussion maybe with Cass too. I don't know, but we were talking about her, whether she liked girls or guys and why, and she said that part of the time she felt like she was with Jeff because she felt like that's what she needed to do. She needed to get married to the hunky guy and have a child, and but it wasn't her ultimate lifestyle or whatever,
it was like the family.
Right.
Just something sticking in my entire hole.
Yeah. Do you have anything?
I do. When I obviously told you we checked into the bank stuff.
Sure.
When we checked into your phone calls, do you remember dialing 911 that morning? Tell me what happened.
Early that morning?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, tell me what happened.
Okay. I do now.
I figured that would stick out in your mind.
911 or...
You called 911 and the police department.
Okay, I don't remember calling 911, but I remember calling the police department. It's because... No, it's fine. I remember doing it, and I'll tell you why. Because there was a fight at Bays prior to that, and we were checking to see if somebody had a warrant. We asked the desk sergeant if there was a warrant for 2 people.
Okay. Like people that y'all didn't like that were there?
Brandon wanted to know if he had a warrant. Yeah.
Why do you have a warrant?
Because of this fight. There was a fight prior to that at Bays, and so he didn't know. There was a bunch of people involved, I guess, in it, and I don't know that he was in it. I don't think he was in the fight, but
That day?
No. Like a week or so before. And I guess there was a whole bunch of people involved, and he was trying to make sure that he wasn't one of the people that was because they fight up there all the time. Like, there's constantly some sort of silliness going on. And he is the tugboat captain with Coast Guard. I mean, so he can't be, like, involved in any kind of, like...
Brandon is?
Yeah. So, any kind of shady whatever. And so, he was like, I hope I don't have some work for this fight, because all these people were, they get a parking lot full of whatever, and then they're all pushing each other.
Next this. Did you and Brandon witness a wreck on the bridge that morning?
Oh, yeah, okay, now I remember. The days run together. Yes, a car hit the side rail, and we called FHP responded.
Okay. Did he attempt to call from his phone and die or something like that?
That I don't know.
Were y'all in the same car together?
No, we're in separate cars.
Who was with you?
Nobody.
Who was with him?
Nobody.
Okay. Where were y'all headed to?
His boat.
Okay. And where's his boat kept at?
Island Cove Marina.
Where's that at?
Off of Brancos, first right to the right.
Like off of Wise Lane, I think it is. Is that Wise? You go across the bridge?
Go across the bridge from right.
Okay, yeah, I think that's Wise. Okay. All right. Do you know how cell towers work and how phones communicate with cell towers? Okay. What happens is your phone,
I mean, I'm sure they...
it's still communicating with the tower, even if it's in this building. Sure. It's telling us, that way it knows if you get a call, it picks up the tower with a string. Okay. And based off that, the tower can tell you what sector of the tower you're communicating with. I'm not an artist, so I'm going to try to draw this the best that I can. Let's say like the tower's right in the middle here. And that tower covers that much area.
Right.
So most towers have 3 different sides on it. So it'll kind of equal into a pie, like that. Mm-hmm. And it can tell you if you're on this sector, this sector, or this sector. And we have got all these things right here. I'll show you what it looks like. Are basically what I try to draw. Like right here, at 9:05 in the morning,
right. Your
phone was communicating with this tower.
Gotcha.
And it was somewhere in this sector. Mm-hmm. Probably at your house.
Right.
This would apply to your house. Okay. Now, the phone that Brandon has, is it in your name? Mm-hmm. Okay. How does Zach know that you have a phone? He has a phone in your name?
No.
Okay. We don't plan on telling him nothing we talk about in here goes back to Zach. And I hope you do us the same favor.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing needs to go back to Zach. I don't know how much trouble it would cost between you two, and we're not here to cause you into trouble.
That's fine.
With Zach. And I don't want no problems with Zach either. But when we started plotting all the phone calls that you and Taylor were making that day, there were some discrepancies in what you had told us.
Okay.
Okay. We know that you didn't go to Milton when you said you went to Milton.
I did go to Milton.
Not when you said you went though.
Oh, well, I don't know what.
You went that evening.
Oh, okay.
Around 7:30, 8 o'clock, maybe you went to dinner out there or something?
We did go to dinner out there.
Who all went to dinner out there with you?
Me and Zach.
You and Zach, okay. Where'd y'all eat at? Nothing good. I don't know what's I have no reason to go to Santa Rosa County. No, I stay out on by the Walmart there on Blue Angel, and I have no reason to leave that area. Okay, so there are some discrepancies, but again, we'll go over that all with you here in a minute. We're just trying to get everything out here. How often do you talk to this Kyle Britt guy?
Probably a couple times a day.
And when I say talk, text or voice.
Right.
Okay. Do you remember talking to him that day on the 8th?
Probably.
Do you know what y'all had spoke about?
Probably school or something.
Do you know if he was at home that day?
I don't think he was. I don't know. I think he was at his aunt's house.
Who's his aunt?
I don't know.
Where does she stay? Now, who is Kyle's parents?
My aunt and uncle.
What's their names?
Karen and Britt.
Karen Britt.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name?
Carl.
Karen and Carl. Okay. Now, where do they stay?
Jacksonville.
Do they have any property here in Florida?
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say Florida, because Jacksonville is Florida. Any property here in Escambia County?
Yeah.
Okay, where's that at?
That is off of Beulah Road, too. Or, no, off of 297.
Okay. Right. Now, do you travel out there a lot to their property?
Not a whole lot.
Do you travel more to their property or more to your aunt's property in Milton?
My aunt's property in Milton.
Okay. When's the last time you think you went out to the property of Beulah? Or 297, whatever you call it?
Probably a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Was Kyle there when you went?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you were just there. What was the purpose of going out there?
My aunt was here, and I thought I'd say hi to him.
Okay. Was she visiting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dinner or just out to say hello?
We did brunch.
Oh, okay. So you're out there early?
Yeah.
Mid-morning?
There's another phone.
All right. What is Kyle's number? Do you know off the top of your head by chance? Yeah, I couldn't tell you my wife's number if I had to. It's just saved this Anna in my phone. Do you know if it's a local number or if it's a long distance number?
I don't know either.
Do you call the aunt, is it your aunt, his parents? Do you call them?
Mm-hmm.
How often do you speak to them?
It just depends. I mean, one week we might talk 15, 20 times. The next week we might not talk for a week. It just depends on, you know.
Okay.
Hey, shoot. Here's some... Where's that other thing I want to show? Well, I want to go back to the cow stuff here for a minute. This right here. Is this that check you were talking about earlier?
Mm-hmm.
This totally could be explained on what's
Yeah, that's why. I think this is we're trying... Do you know whose signature that is?
It says Taylor's name, but it doesn't really look like her signature.
Would you maybe wrote her name on there by chance?
Probably not.
And look, if y'all are on the account together and you have
No.
permission to, well, that's what we're getting at is, did you have permission to?
Oh, I didn't. I mean, she told me to deposit all the checks that I deposited. There should be several others
There
as well.
are. There's this one, right? You want to put that one in there? Is that clearly Taylor's signature?
I mean, it looks like it. Her signature is usually more bubbly.
But it's different. Obviously, those two signatures are different.
Oh, sure.
Correct.
But
Okay. You would agree with that, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How about this one? Is this one you would have put in there, you think?
Probably.
And what about that signature?
This is what her signature usually looks like. It's more bubbly.
These two seem more similar than this one to those, correct? That's why I was asking earlier if you've ever signed her name to something. Personally, I don't care if she's telling you can, that's fine.
I don't know, but I mean,
Dealings with the bank.
she just, I mean, we are
But is this your signature?
Mm-hmm.
To me, that looks more to that kind of writing. But again, I'm not a handwriting expert. I'll never claim to be a handwriting expert. But all these signatures are yours, correct?
Right.
Okay. Okay, that's just those other ones. Sorry for the, again, it's not an issue with me. I just needed to, if you wrote that, that's fine. I just need to know if you wrote it.
I didn't, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like her signature to me either. But
Did Zach have written her name on there?
Zach didn't use that account ever.
So,
I mean, I know that I deposited this.
okay. What happened to this money after you deposited it?
A lot of it I used because it was payment for the money that I had been given to her.
She knew that you were going to do that with that check?
Oh, yeah.
And that's fine. It's a joint account.
That's why we did the account like that.
So what we did is we had the ability to plot all your phone calls for that day on where you were. Taylor. And it all starts at 9:05, okay? So 9:05, you're probably at home.
Mm-hmm.
We got that one here. 8:15, you're probably at home. 9:05. 9:13. 9:15. And it's the same tower, well, it's a different tower because it's on the south side of your house. But what it does is there's 3 towers, and your phone will communicate with the one that's got the best signal.
Right.
And that's how it knows what, that's how you always know to drop a call. It looks like you're moving here. This may have been, I don't know where you may have been going, but it was 9:51. Do you know about what time y'all went over to your office after you picked her up? 10:13. You know where y'all may have been going. What's about what time you picked her up? Let me ask you that. That may be easier.
Probably. I thought it was about 10:30, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Then, for some reason, it didn't capture any more towers from 10:30 to 12:10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, at 12:10, you are in here.
Mm-hmm.
We know that your aunt and uncle and Kyle own the farm there on Britt Road.
Right.
And it's showing that you're probably near that farm, or if not, at that farm. And you're there when, this is the time when you're telling us that you're probably in Milton or headed towards Milton, because it's 12:10 in the afternoon.
We were still on the Beulah side then.
Yeah, but if you're at that Tom Thumb, it's going to be covering down here, not up here. The Tom Thumb is not covered by this tower. Okay. 12:10, 12:22, 12:46, you're still covering the farm. 12:47, 13:01, or sorry, 13:11, which is 1:11.
You recall who has been calling?
There's no telling. Like I get so many calls each day.
You're out here for quite a while. Then you leave around, at least at 13:44. Your phone's not communicating with the part of the tower that covers Britt Road. What were y'all doing out there at this farm? So we know y'all were there.
We picked up some stuff that Taylor had there that
What was there?
that she had stored. Some kind of lockbox that she had.
Why would you not tell us that originally?
Because she asked me not to tell anyone ever.
That's not going to fly.
I gotcha.
Okay. Did you text Kyle that day asking if he was at home?
That I don't know. Probably not. I mean, he wouldn't care if I was there.
Would you have contacted anyone and asked if anyone else was going to be out there? When did you and Taylor take this safe lockbox out there?
2 weeks before.
Okay. And who has access to that lockbox?
She does.
What was in it?
That, I don't know.
And so y'all left there, where'd y'all go?
Probably.
Absolutely. And you're trying to find closure.
No, I totally understand.
Do you go back out to this farm after y'all leave?
To put her box up?
I'm asking you, do you go back out to the farm after y'all leave?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean, Interrogations that day was not that eventful for us.
Beg to differ. I beg to differ with you there. Was Mr. Beatty with y'all when y'all went out there?
No.
He wasn't with y'all?
He's not going to have any towers showing out there.
Not that I know of.
Okay. So it was just you and her? Nobody else? Zach wasn't with you?
Did you call and have anyone come meet you out there, or text to come meet you out there?
No.
Okay.
So you leave. Looks like maybe you go back to your house. I don't know where y'all go. This is at 157.
Right.
When you leave there, that's why it's important. When y'all leave there, where do y'all go?
I don't really know. I mean, like I said, it wasn't like we were just really kind of riding around.
What was going through your mind at that time?
What do you mean?
What were you thinking about?
Nothing really. No. It was just kind of like a regular day.
Regular day?
I mean, that.
If it's so regular, why wouldn't you tell us about this? Even if she didn't want you to tell us about it, we're working a missing person case where your friend for over a year is missing.
I honestly didn't think it was very important to this at all.
Why was the rest of the day important, though?
I mean, really, that whole day was not. I mean, like, us going to my office for this and that.
I think something happened and you're trying to forget about it, personally. Okay. And that's fine. That's fine.
Here's the thing. You tell us that y'all went out to Milton and rode horses.
Right.
Honestly, did that happen?
Yes, it did.
So, you'll have cell tower hits.
There should be cell tower hits in Milton at some point in that day.
Not when you're having dinner with Zach.
No.
But after you left Beulah.
There should be.
I'll tell you now, there's none.
Well,
not till you go out there with Zach.
Phone calls.
Well, you have phone calls all day because here's your phone record.
Sure.
160 pages worth.
Oh, I understand.
All right, so you go back out there. When you say you're not sure if you went back out, probably didn't. You actually did go back out there at 2:45. And you're out there for quite a while again.
So, really, in essence, you spent, it seems like, at least a large portion of the majority of your day out here.
It really wasn't, though. I mean, we were
several hours
here and
you're still there. And you're still there. Yeah, you're still there.
And look,
at the same time.
Yeah, there's two different phone calls. There's two different calls.
Gotcha.
So, like Chad said, you know, I feel there's a reason you don't want to tell us this, but the thing is, I know you're not a bad person. Right, this is a person, you're someone who tells me that your friend goes in the hospital when you're going on a vacation, right, to probably one of the funnest cities in the southeast region. Would you agree? Right? Awesome. So you're going to this place that's going to be a blast with friends that are going to be fun to be around.
Oh, sure.
Right? And then you have one of your friends who goes to the hospital. Instead of you going out with other people who continue to go on and have fun, am I right?
Right.
Cassandra and Taylor, you say, you know what, my friend's more important. I'm going to the hospital with my friend.
Right.
Right? Not only did you do that, you told me that you went back to Pensacola, took care of business that you had no choice but to take care of. And instead of going on about your merry way, you drove back over here, back over to New Orleans to see your friend, to check on your friend. I can tell you now, I have probably very few, if any, friends that I would do that for.
Right.
Which tells me that you're probably a nicer person than I am. Right? And I believe that. I believe that story. I believe without a doubt that you went back just to check on your friend and to see how she was.
Sure.
And only a decent person would do that. Right? You have nothing. What do you have to gain by driving all the way back?
No, I agree.
So, you know, again, we're talking about a little baby boy who's missing his mom. And we need to let him know what happened.
I don't know what happened to her.
That's this. Why did you go back out to that farm on Brent Road the next morning?
Maybe to feed horses? I don't know.
Was that something you normally do? Because we don't find you going back out there too many times.
No, it just depends on what they have going on.
So when's the last time you remember putting your eyes on Taylor?
When we were on the house.
That afternoon?
Right.
Or that early evening time?
Right.
On the 8th. Not tonight. On the 8th.
You went to the Tatum's wedding, right?
Yes.
You and Zach.
Right.
And where was that at?
That was in Robertsville.
About what time was the wedding?
I don't know. I think it was an afternoon.
Did y'all stay for both the ceremony and a little bit for the reception?
That stayed the whole time. I didn't.
Do you know about what time you left?
That I don't know either. But it probably wasn't late.
What did you drive out there?
The Jeep.
What did Zach drive?
He rode back with, no, we drove the truck. He rode back with, Milton.
So you left in the truck or the Jeep?
The Jeep.
Which Jeep?
Oh, you said you drove the truck out there. Sorry. I'm confused now.
I don't know. I don't really remember what we drove, but probably either the truck or the Jeep.
What vehicle did Ashley leave her personal property in at your house?
She had some in the Jeep and some in the truck.
What property did she have in the Jeep?
Her wings and stuff and...
In the Jeep?
Yeah, the box, maybe.
When did she leave in the truck?
I don't know, maybe hats and some other stuff.
Have you collected all that property up?
Mm-hmm.
And you've given it back to Cassandra, or do you still have some of it?
No, I don't have any of it.
You've given everything back to Cassandra that was in the truck?
Definitely, yes.
Okay. Are those vehicles like really messy?
Some are, I mean, depends on the day.
Do you recall if on those days those vehicles were filled with a bunch of stuff?
It's possible.
Okay.
When you're at the wedding, this is the tower your phone was bouncing off of, or was communicating with. Now, we did the same thing for Taylor's phone. Okay. This is the day of her disappearance.
Right.
She's either at your house or probably at her house at 9/11.
Right.
Because Cassandra said she didn't leave until closer to 10 o'clock. She called. Okay. So she had 2 phone calls at around 9/11. 9:13, she's still at the same house, probably. 9:48, she's at the same area. 10:10, same tower, same sector of the tower.
Right.
Okay. Could be your house or her house.
Right.
Probably her house. Because she calls either FHP or FDLE is who this number comes back to.
Okay.
It's a state phone. Do you remember making a phone call to one of them while y'all were together?
No, but no.
All right. So the next morning, her phone, this is the day after she was disappeared.
Right.
Okay. at 2017, that's 8:17, the first phone call. Her phone is communicating with a tower that covers your house.
Okay.
Not her house, your house. Again, same tower.
Right.
Same place. 8:20, all these are incoming calls, they're not outgoing calls.
Right.
Same tower covering your house.
Right.
9/11, her phone's obviously moving because it's over here off of 9 Mile and the interstate somewhere. So we're in that area. Okay. Still moving. 7:53. 17:53. So the time goes backwards. Anyways, it arrives back at your house later on that evening.
Right.
Okay. Your phone and her phone is communicating off the same tower, 8 minutes apart. Why do you have her phone, or why is she with you?
She wasn't with me, and I'm aware that I had her phone.
How did you get her phone?
I don't know that I have her phone. I mean, it could have been in the stuff that she had in the vehicle, but...
Here's the problem with that. You say you got a text message from her the evening of the 8th saying, hey, I'm okay, I just got to get away and get my head clear. That's not possible.
So the phone was,
You have her phone.
I don't have her phone.
well, at that point, at that time, a text came from her phone to your phone, according to you, saying,
Well, I mean, that's what popped up on my phone.
what?
I mean, I had a message pop up on my phone.
How did her phone end up back in your truck?
That I don't know. I mean, that's what I mean. I don't know that it ever left. I just got her stuff and took it to Cass.
Well, supposedly she left with her phone because she sent you a text message. That's what you're saying.
She had 2 phones.
Okay, but the phone that she sent you a text message on is the same phone that tower ping's hitting off of.
It may be, but that I have no idea.
Where is Taylor at?
I have no
You
idea.
need to tell us where she's at.
I don't know where Taylor is. I don't have a clue.
Well, if you were put in a situation where someone pushed you to do something for whatever reason, maybe against your will, perhaps in self-defense, if something happened and you're scared, don't be scared. Okay, if something happened, like I said, you're not a bad person. You're not a career criminal. This is a person who's traveled across states to take care of a friend. If something happened, tell us.
I don't know where she is.
We have a detective talking to Kyle right now. We know you have texted Kyle and asked him if he was at that farm on the 8th. Multiple times.
May have. I mean, I don't...
Then you withhold that information from us. The person who is trying to help a friend out, who cares for their friends, don't lie to the police when they are looking for them.
I didn't think that was...
Tell me what you did to her.
I didn't do anything to her.
Tell me what Zach did.
Somebody harmed her, and she's probably out of that farm.
Zach, it was never even around her.
Kyle.
Kyle's never been around her.
Brandon.
Never been around her.
So that leaves you.
So you're the only one that was with her on this day at this farm that you did not disclose to us.
I didn't do anything to
You tell
her.
you this, if she's at that farm, we're going to find her because we're executing a search warrant out there right now.
That's fine, but she's not going to be there.
Then where's she at?
I don't know where she
Where's
is.
her body at?
I don't know where she is.
She's dead, though. You
I
know
don't
that?
believe that. I don't
Ashley,
believe that at all.
the thing is we know that you had knowledge that phone was there because a text was sent to your phone from that phone. It was in your possession. It was at the same location. So either Taylor was sitting in your bedroom with you, right, texting you, and you somehow didn't know, and then stayed in your car with you and communicated with other individuals the entire next day, all the way out of the wedding, went to this wedding, was hiding in your car. There's no way humanly possible that you didn't have knowledge of the phone.
That I don't know.
The thing is, I think that